Alright guys, today on the third gen buyer's guide, we're going to talk about options. So, it's a very common thought for people to check the VIN number and run the VIN somewhere to figure out what options cars have. On new cars, that's very common. But on these third gens, that doesn't really give you a whole lot. There's the normal identification number, but the VIN number doesn't contain the data that new VIN numbers have. If you put a new car's VIN into the VIN decoder, generally you can get every option the car came with. But with third gens, you don't have that luxury. So what you need is the SPID or RPO code sheet, which is what I have here. So this was removed out of the center console of an 84 Z28 that I parted out a few years ago. And basically what this sheet does is it breaks down every option by the 3-letter code that identifies the option. And this is really the only true way to know sometimes if I have an IROC, do I have a Trans Am, do I have a GTA, do I have a Z28, or does my car have WS6? This is the only definitive way to know if the car was factory equipped with that. So a lot of these codes are standard. The GU5 is a regular axle code, and J50 means rear drum brakes. But the big ones, are your engine codes, which would be your L codes. So in this case, that would be LG4, which is a carbureted 305. If you're looking for a 350 TPI, you're looking for L98. 305 TPI would be LB9. And the throttle body 305s are LO3. On the trucks, if you're looking at them, 350 TBI is an LO5. But really, this is what you need to look for to get the options for the car you're looking at. So where this would be, is like I said, this one was in the center console. It's attached to the bottom of the lid. And that's a pretty common place on most of the older GM stuff. I know the square body trucks have the same placement. And the other place it is in the back of the trunk on the locking panel. Sometimes, especially in the later cars, it's stuck in there as well. And that's really the only way you can know. And if you can't find it, it's really, really hard to say what options the car came with. And I think now there's services that'll run it. If you have the VIN, they can reproduce your window sticker as well as the option sheet for when the car was purchased. But that comes with a fee, and I think it's over $100. So for a car you're looking to buy, you definitely don't want to spend that money on it. So without this, you really have no idea. And you have to use this to try to gauge what you're looking at. If not, there are things you can do. There are parts that came exclusively with the Z28 or the WS6 cars that, if they're all missing, it's safe to assume it's not a WS6 or a Z28. Or if it has a couple, maybe some were replaced with those parts, or maybe some other stuff broke and they replaced it with the standard equipment. But you really just have to use your best judgment if this is missing.